Pheasant 815 here. I have my, it's a travel case. It's also my nightstand case. It's got a lock on it so it's secure. Keeps my little one or anybody else from accessing my firearm when I don't want them to. So I've already got the code in. You just turn this little knob like this and it opens up. And there's my firearm. Now this is what's usually in my bedside table, attached through this little piece right here with a steel cable to a very secure anchor point. Let's just say that. So it can't leave the room, and also when I travel, I can attach that underneath the seat or in the trunk depending on what state I'm traveling through. Anyway, not the point of this video. I'll do a review on this gun safe in time. Or a gun travel case, maybe it's a better way to say it. Anyway, currently I have in here my Glock 17 and a flashlight. Sometimes, a little actually more often, what you'll see is in here it would be the Glock 17 with the TLR4, which has the laser and the flashlight attached to it. When I do that, though, I have to cock it at an angle and put it like such so the hook doesn't rub on the light. But neither here nor there at this point. But sometimes this is usually what's on there. I was using that on a different pistol for a while, testing it out, so the flashlight's in here. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is, so you can all be secure and so I can be safe, is I'm going to remove the magazine. There are defensive rounds in there. As you can see, they're Hornady. Get a nice little red tip there. Hornady ammunition there for self-defense. That's not the, that's the critical defense, not the critical duty. I should clarify that. And because what I do at night is I open up my safe, I close it and set it on top, so that way I can just reach into the drawer and access my firearm. And then in the morning, the first thing I do before I get out of, well, I have to get out of bed so I can put this away and lock it up before I go to brush my teeth or use the lavatory or anything else. Anyway, because I keep it like out, I don't put one in the chamber. But just so you know, go to lock the slide back, no magazine, and yep, it is empty. Well, good. Well, the reason I'm pulling this out today is I'm going to take this one out of my nightside table because I'm going to replace, for the first time since I've owned this pistol, I'm going to replace this guide rod spring assembly. I was doing some quick counts. I didn't keep a to the round exact count, but I've estimated that I've put just shy of 10,000 rounds through this barrel and on this guide rod spring assembly. So I'm looking to maybe get a wolf barrel pretty soon, although this one really is still doing nice tight groups, so the barrel seems to be holding up fantastically. And this guide rod has showed no signs of wear. There's been no malfunctions or anything. I did do a little nip in the plastic, in my first 2 or 3 cleanings, because I was a noob, and I did put it in there very well, and it kind of cut a little bit on the steel. But it still functions, works fantastic. But what I did is I went ahead on MidwayUSA and got a new recoil spring and assembly. Now this is a Gen 3 Glock 17. So I got a Glock 3 spring assembly, exactly what I had in there. This looks a little bit dirtier because of the wear. And I'm just going to put it in there. Now, you might be thinking, why is he showing me this? I mean, putting in a guide rod spring is absolutely nothing of a big deal when it comes to a Glock, because they're very simple pistols. Well, the reason I'm doing it is, if you hear this, that's really loud. This spring, I could pull it back and you won't hear anything. That new spring is very fresh, and I'm sure it'll work fantastically. However, I'm not going to put this in my nightstand to defend my family and loved one with a untested spring. The spring is, I'm sure, fine. It's going to work fantastic. But until I have opportunity to take that to the range and send a couple hundred rounds through with that spring in there, I'm not going to put my family's life on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this old spring that still works, I'm going to put it in the bag, I'm going to mark around 10,000 on it, and put this in there. If this one ever breaks or I need another one, I have a backup. It still works, it's still functional, it's just used. So I'm going to put that in my box of goodies. And I have here a new recoil spring. But since I'm not going to leave it in there, I'm going to take this out, and the ammo is going to stay with it. I'm going to put that in my gun safe in my locked gun room. And in here, I'm going to put something else. Let me go grab that. I'll be right back. Alright, since the Glock 17's out of commission for a while, but until I test that spring, it's a 9mm Hornady critical defense ammo in it, or out of the room. I'm replacing it with the 45. This is Winchester self-defense rounds. Nice hollow point there. Nice shiny case. You might have seen these before in another video. Got my fully loaded 5-round magazine. I'm also going to have one in the chamber, and I have the extended +2, so that's 7 + 1, it's 8. 13 total. I'm going to sit that right in there. Flashlight's going to have to scoot on over because it's going to be a full house. But 13 rounds of 45 ACP and a flashlight right in this nice little locked case beside the bed. Now again, what I do is I put this beside my bed. Oh, it's actually in the drawer, locked with a cable, which I'll reattach after this video. And at night I unlock it. Yeah, that gets old.